Hello all and welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. We have a few days until Futaba is going to recover. Let's watch the news real quick here. Our coverage of Medjed continues. With Medjed's day of attack almost here, the anticipation over their showdown is at a fever pitch. People overseas are also showing great interest. Some are even betting on who will win. One bookie says the odds are on Medjed's side. People are really betting on this and they think we're gonna lose? Alright, well here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go hang out with Chihaya today. We have a request. No test today, instead I have a request for you. Will you please hear me out? Sure, we're gonna go ahead and say yes. Thank you so much. Can we talk after I close up shop? I'll contact you again later for when to meet up. Kurusu-san, honestly I still believe in the existence of fate. I mean, the fortunes I see have an extremely high accuracy rate. But I suppose my divine power isn't completely absolute, huh? Any one of these I'm gonna say, do you want to test it again? Well, of course, but I'm sure that would only end in disappointment. You know, I've wondered in the past about whether fate really can be changed. But I always concluded that it was something beyond our control. Almost like the laws of nature, eternal, impossible to defy. And yet there exist people like you who can ignore these laws and impose their own will upon the world. How can I become one of those people, Kurusu-san? Trust in yourself.
What?
Trust in myself instead of my fortune telling? I've never even thought of it that way before. The city keeps finding ways to subvert my expectations. There was nobody like you back in my hometown in the country, Kurusu-san. It was a small traditional town deep in the mountains, populated almost entirely by older people. Well, that sounds peaceful. During the winter, it's practically inaccessible due to all the snow. That alone should tell you volumes. The youth there are forced to be strictly obedient to their elders as well, not explicitly, of course. Oh, and there's a small shrine in the center of the village. It doesn't matter anymore. I left that place to come to the city. It means nothing to me now. After I arrived in Tokyo, I found comfort in this stone. It came from someone who dared to care about me, even though I'm just a monster with strange powers. That's why I sell holy stones. I want to help those who suffer from inescapable fates similar to my own.
However...
But now I wonder if they really do much of anything. After all, you managed to change the destinies of my clients without one. Is it truly possible to alter fate with nothing more than words, attitude, and passion? If that's the case, I won't be needing this. I'm going to confront fate head-on with my own strength. Although the chairman would probably be mad if he found out. The chairman?
Oh,
don't worry about that. Just forget about it. Unless you want to suffer my curse, that is. Anyway, if fate can be changed, maybe even mine can be corrected, right? It didn't work for me before, but perhaps this time, I think it'll work. Right. I look forward to our continued exchange, at least until I can manage to change my fate. Oh, and I'll be sure to put some extra effort into my fortune telling for you. All right. Doing better, and we're at rank 4 here. We really want to get this up a little bit more, but we have other issues at hand right now. Thank you for today, Kurusu-san.
Until next time.
Major issues, like Medjed. We have a follow-up conversation here, though. I'm calling because I wanted to thank you once again for earlier. Thank you so much for today. To be honest, I'm still feeling a bit lost, but talking to you about everything is helping me feel a little better. I didn't do much. Oh, nonsense. I couldn't be further from the truth. Talking to you helped me realize what I should really be doing. I can only hope my fortune telling is enough to pay you back somehow. Kurusu-san, I'll be putting in a lot of work from now on. Even though I can't imagine changing my own fate, but I will figure out some way to make it happen. I hope I can count on you to help me through the process. Until next time. So we're gonna be just doing a couple more of these, and then we do have a bunch of story coming up. I really want to work on her social link because the next one unlocks something good.
Hey.
We're gonna ignore that. Let's go right into, oh, hello, On. We're gonna ignore On. Let's just ignore her for now. And we're gonna head into town. We're gonna go straight to Shibuya to the underground walkway. Guess who? Hello. All right.
By the way,
How does your schedule look today? I wish for you to join me if possible. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hang out with Yusuke. Thanks for your concern. I would like to enter Mementos again today. I believe that place holds the truth of the human heart.
let us
Let us go. We're almost done with his social link, but not quite. And we have a ton of story after this, so yeah, this place never fails to amaze me no matter how many times we come. Where does this passage even go? It feels as though I'm being sucked inside merely by gazing upon it. So this is the heart of man. It is ugly yet beautiful as well. That duality is what makes humanity such an interesting subject. As you know, I have been confused recently about the reason for my art. Did I want to be recognized or did I want to capture pure beauty? Was it due to my talent or just my upbringing? Each answer would seem correct at first, yet only prove itself false upon more in-depth examination. Akira,
What are your thoughts?
when my mother was painting the Sayuri, what do you think she was thinking about? You want to say her love for her son. Such love is almost embarrassing to have pointed out to me. But you are probably right.
But
However, I believe that was not the only thing she thought about. It seems the Sayuri was meant to impart something to me, and to all others who view it for that matter. Love, regret, loneliness, anxiety, calm, and hope. All of the emotions my mother felt conveyed plainly to the viewer. That is why it has such a profoundly unique impact on those who see it. My paintings pale in comparison to such depth of meaning. How could I have hoped to convey pure beauty with my limited palette? And yet that painting has kept me going this whole time. During particularly difficult nights, it was there to soothe my sadness. It acted almost as a ray of light cutting through the somber darkness.
how could this
I
be?
had wanted to create a similar beacon of hope for others, but it seems I lost sight of that goal. Look, this world is a dark, unrelenting place, Akira. But that is why I am going to yield my brush again to give hope to all those who see my paintings. You want to say you've really changed, Yusuke?
Yes.
Yes, thanks to you. You chose to help me work through my problems instead of leaving me to my sadness. Now I will use my art to paint over the blackness of this world. It shall become a vivid realm, full of hope. I expect it will be a most beautiful sight to behold. Perhaps you will see it someday, Akira. Alright. And now he can protect Joker from an otherwise fatal attack, which is also very nice. We're becoming much more powerful in general. This radiant light growing within me. It must be the light of hope. I shall paint it. I can sense shadows in the area. We should leave Mementos. Run! Flee! That's it. That's all we got, guys. Ah, you two.
Oh,
Kawanabe-san. On your way home, you clearly have time on your hands, Yusuke-kun. I'm on my way now to prepare for the competition. Speaking of which, do you plan on entering? Indeed I do. Your pride may not be too pleased with the outcome. After all, the winner spot is not simply yours for the taking. I suppose whether you ultimately opt to enter is entirely your decision, though. The more the merrier, yes?
I see.
The winner spot. Ah yes, I was hoping to prove my talent to him by taking the top prize home. That no longer matters to me, though. I am going to enter my painting merely so others can be exposed to it.
See you later.
Well, I will talk to you later, Akira. Farewell.
Rain, huh?
It's always raining in Tokyo, apparently. Let's watch the news. The day of Medjed's attack is approaching. Any thoughts you'd like to share with our audience?
Well then.
Medjed is extremely dangerous. Judging from their past actions, they'll make good on their threat. Of course, Medjed has only resurfaced because the Phantom Thieves recklessly provoked them. If the Phantom Thieves have any shred of decency, they should step forward and take responsibility. He says it's our fault. Can you believe how we got dragged into this? It's coming! It's gonna be here soon. We're gonna be fine. So we're heading to...
Oh, honey.
Yes, we're heading to Crossroads so we can hang with our journalist
it'll
buddy.
stop
I
soon.
can't write when it's raining. I just can't get into the mood. So inevitably, I end up drinking here instead. Inevitably, okay? Inevitably. The higher-ups are starting to get tired of one-off articles. You have anything good to share? Alright, let's hang out with her.
Well then.
Alright, let's hear it.
Oh?
So that ace detective is serious, huh? I see. Oh yeah, there's something I need to apologize to you about. You know, it's part of my job to research particular things. Well, I ended up finding out about your criminal record. I realized you weren't some ordinary kid back with my chief. So I did some digging out of curiosity and I found a ton more than I was expecting.
Sorry.
So, sorry about that. I have to say though, the ruling made in your case was really odd. Some kind of deal must have gone down behind the scenes to make sure that was the end result. That must have been tough for you to handle. You're just a kid. Well, just forget about the past. When we're in the same boat when it comes to being labeled. Because of your investigation? Any one of those. Exactly, I'm going to avenge my partner for... Whoops. Lala-chan, refill. No, it's your turn to tell the truth. You can't go rooting around in the kid's past and expect your own secrets to... Oh, keep your own secrets hidden. Wait, don't blame me for that. He doesn't have anything to do with my private business. I'm curious. Either one. So you're poking into my past out of mere curiosity? Look, you're gonna feel way better talking to someone who understands exactly what you're going through. Besides, you'll explode if you keep all that alcohol-fueled anxiety bottled up in you. That's true, and I guess this is the fairest course of action for our business partnership, huh? Just don't tell anyone, okay? Back when I covered politics for my publisher, I had a partner who helped with photography, Kayo Murakami. We were a pretty well-known team in the industry. We blew the lids off countless scandals together. That is, until that day came. We were on the trail of a certain bureaucrat who was involved in a slush fund to support refugees. He kept himself pretty well guarded, so it was almost impossible to get any solid leads on the guy. Then one night I got a voicemail from Kayo saying she had gotten hold of something big. But that was the last I ever heard from her. The next day, that bureaucrat was found dead at a love hotel and Kayo had gone missing. Who killed him? Well, the cause of death is unknown. The authorities couldn't tell whether it was a murder or a suicide. As for the killer,
shit.
The police accused Kayo. They said she killed him in a crime of passion. That's impossible though. She would have never slept with a disgusting man like that. And more importantly, it's pretty damn fucked up to make allegations like that without any evidence. Ichiko-chan. Sorry. The case was closed, but we never found the truth, and Kayo was labeled a professional disgrace. And since we were partners, the company decided it would be best to move me to another department. I'm going to prove Kayo's innocence, though. That's why I'm conducting my own private investigation now. That's you want to say that's unforgivable. You're damn right. But thanks to all the info you've been giving me, I should have more time to focus on my investigation. I won't let this opportunity slip through my fingers. Alright, we're even now. I didn't enjoy it though. You sure about that? It's been ages since I've seen you smile this much. Well, maybe you're right. I haven't felt this alive in a long time. Okay then, I'll write a great article to commemorate our sharing session. Exclusive, the Phantom Thieves' lofty ideals in connection with a secret society. Just kidding, don't worry, I'll definitely come up with a better headline before we go to print. Alright, well, our bond has grown a little bit deeper here. We learned a little bit about her. So we have unprecedented scoop, which allows us to begin with a low security level when infiltrating a palace. I don't really care, because we don't generally have a security level once we get going, so. Still, there's just one thing that bothers me. There's no doubt the chief is on to my investigation. Maybe we should keep acting like a couple so we can trick him. How's that sound? Oh, leave the kid alone. Hey, it's getting late. Shouldn't you be heading home by now? Lala-chan just kicked me out. She's like, bye, get out. Hey kid, can we talk? I'm sorry about earlier, really, for me digging up your records and such without asking, I mean. I don't mind it. That's what you want to say. Thanks, hearing you say that helps. Don't worry, I'm not going to leak it to anyone. It's my duty and pride as a journalist to protect my sources at all costs. I'm actually making great progress on my private investigation thanks to you. And I'll be needing your help later too so I can find out what really happened to Kayo. So yeah, here's to helping each other out. Bye-bye! I don't know what's gonna happen. Well, I do know what's gonna happen, but I don't know what's gonna happen, but I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey!
Alright, we do have some targets and mementos, but we're not going to focus on that. In fact, first thing we're going to do is we're going to head to Shibuya. And do I have it on here? Yes, Ginza Lion Gate is where we want to go. This may sound kind of weird, but there's like a little bakery over here. And if you talk to them, there's a new item called the Melon Pod, which by the way is really good if you ever have a chance to buy any. I love Melon Pod. Well, we want to grab that, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to head to Shinjuku to get a luck reading. Now this is not, well, this isn't technically necessary right now, but I don't really have much else going on today. So this is just what we're going to do.
What shall we do?
All right, we're going to do a luck reading. And we're gonna boost our guts.
Now.
Nope, that's, oh, frick. Okay, trying that again. Here's guts, that's what we wanna boost. I can't believe I screwed that up so much. Anyway, moving on, boosting guts. Now, we wanna go to, once we get out of here, I want to head back to Shibuya, and I actually want to go to the Big Bang Burger. Now, we can't actually finish the next Big Bang Burger nonsense, but we do want to do this anyway. All right, so let's take the challenge. You might be able to gain some guts if you do the challenge, but are you sure you can finish the whole thing? And the answer is no. All right, so it's 2,500 yen. We're going to take it anyway.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the Big Bang Challenge again. This is the final task before you can ascend to the rank of captain. Our store's behemoth burger stands in your way, a meal of Leviathan proportions. The Cosmic Tower Burger. Holy crap, it's massive. I'm honestly at a loss for words. This burger is the ultimate embodiment of the limitless nature of space. The volume, the flavor, the calories, every aspect of this burger is astronomical. If you can succeed at eating the entire thing, you'll be presented with an extraordinary gift. I wonder if anyone's ever actually finished it.
Now then.
Well then, it's time to get the 30-minute Big Bang Challenge started. Ready? Go. All this meat makes sense for a challenge of such cosmic proportions. I don't think you have the luxury of enjoying the taste. Don't chew, just swallow. That's how you die.
Oh, man.
Oh, it didn't work out. You had a ton of energy at the start, though. I guess it'll take quite a bit more courage to tackle this challenge. But we got a boost. I admire your enthusiasm in the face of adversity, though. So we get 3 points of guts, plus it's boosted, so we've hit rank 4. We can now actually start the stuff at the gun shop, the airsoft shop. Come on, we should head home. I'm full just from watching you.
Well then.
You made a promise with Futaba, right? I'm sure she'll pull through. Okay, we do have this evening, and then we have story. How is Futaba? I haven't heard anything. Dude, this ain't just some normal oversleeping stuff. Our deadline's tomorrow. If Futaba's not up by then. But can she really do anything even if she does wake up? Honestly, I'm not sure. Either way, our only option is to put our trust in her. All right, we're so powerless. Yeah. If she's been asleep all this time, do you think she's having some kind of long dream? She's in a coma. Her dreams are said to be the sorting of memories after all. She surely needs ample time to face her troubled past. Her past, you think she's really facing all that shit right now? And if that is the case, she would probably need a great amount more time to do so. But considering how she had us wrapped around her finger, I feel as though she'll be able to pull this off. I'm sure we'll be fine. Yes, indeed. Well, just give us the ring if anything changes. We're counting on you.
I have to agree with Makoto. Who knows how this might turn out?
Literally, sleeping for 28 days is a coma. like, I'm not really kidding either. Anyway, let's ignore that. We're not gonna go do a match with the shogi player. Nope. We're gonna watch the news here. And now our coverage of Medjed continues. August 21st, the day Medjed says it will attack, is hours away, and Medjed has been unnervingly quiet. If an attack does occur, we cannot rule out the possibility of it triggering a global recession. The deadline's tomorrow, huh? It's no surprise that everyone's panicking. Well, let's just ignore all of that and go hang out with Mishima. Mishima.
Hey.
Oh, Kurusu. Alright, do you think we can talk about last time again? Alright, now our bond will finally improve with him. Thanks for your concern. I want to go somewhere I can talk to you alone. How does the park sound? Hey, I've been thinking a little about Akiyama-kun. Let's cancel the request, either one. Huh? Well, actually, I was just gonna say the same thing. I mean, going after him wouldn't even help you guys get famous. It'd practically be pointless. You still care, either one. You still care about fame? Huh? Wait, how'd you know about that? Oh, I get it. Of course, a thief who steals hearts would see what's going on in the depths of my psyche. You know, I first started the fan site so I could spread your message of justice to the world. But before I knew it, the only reason I wanted to help you guys was so I could get famous myself. Though maybe that's always been the real reason. I don't know. I thought I was doing it out of respect for you guys. Yet deep down, I think I really just wanted to show the world I'm more than some stupid zero. Look where that got me, though. I'm just a selfish loser clinging desperately to your popularity. I don't deserve to work alongside the valiant Phantom Thieves. Well, thanks for everything, bye! Oh! Ow! I think Mishima just ate shit. Man, I totally ate dirt. Such an idiot. I can't even run away right. Working alongside the Phantom Thieves has made me feel like I myself can change the world. But it's only ever been you guys. I'm still just as powerless as always. That's the truth. I wonder if there's really any way a pathetic guy like me can help you. Fan site. That's it. My special power lies in running the fan site. I don't want it to be about public relations anymore though. First and foremost, that site needs to be a safe haven for people in serious trouble. After all that happened to me with Kamoshida, I know how hard it can be to speak out against injustice. So as long as there are voices crying out to the Phantom Thieves, I'm gonna help them be heard. Mishima's motivation seems to be growing stronger. Alright, we finally made it past the whole like, I need fame thing. And he becomes a fanboy, so we get greatly increased XP after battle. Which is really nice. At any rate, we should just forget about going after Akiyama-kun, okay? I'm still worried about some of the rumors I've heard about him, but I'll do some more research. By the way, he's not as bad as guy as he pretends to be. Apparently he's super sweet to his girlfriend. Can you imagine that? They've been talking about getting married even since back in middle school. I'm honestly kind of jealous.
Well,
anyway, I'll see you later. We're not done with his social link yet. I think we've got 3 more levels, so... Oh, Kurusu. That thing I mentioned about Akiyama-kun turned out to be true. It wasn't just some rumor. I found a post on the fan site by a girl who I assume is Akiyama-kun's girlfriend. It says she's worried because her boyfriend's been hanging out with some sketchy guys, acting strange too. It seems like enough evidence to make him a target, but I'm gonna look into this a little further just to be safe. Kind of worrying. Right? Of course, I've still gotta dig up the evidence, but we can't ignore any cry for help on the fan site. Even I didn't realize the fan site meant this much to me. Thanks, Kurusu, for helping me get here. Okay, let's keep up the good work. Bye. Yeah, like he's given you all of this information on like the requests and whatnot, so I don't know. Tomorrow's the day, isn't it? Are the Phantom Thieves even doing anything? Hey, what are we gonna do? I should have never trusted the Phantom Thieves. What's gonna happen tomorrow? Buckle up, we have story upon story upon story for the next way too many days. Oh, wait, we're not there yet. Today's supposed to be the day Medjed's attacking, right? I guess there's nothing the Phantom Thieves could do. Medjed must have been too much for them. Stock prices are plummeting again. Maybe Medjed's true goal was...
Isn't today our deadline for dealing with Medjed? Futaba's still asleep too. This won't be good.
Hey.
What's up?
There's something I came to do. Today's the day Wakaba passed. I do this every year. Here, I've got a cup for you too. Futaba reminds me so much of her mother. She's a smart girl. Doesn't just go with the flow either. Wakaba, your work and your kid were so fulfilling for you. Why'd you have to die so suddenly? That reminds me. You saw me talking to that prosecutor. I mean, that woman in the suit, right? I remember you were real bothered by it. She might come back, so I guess I should tell you about it. That woman was trying to get information on Wakaba's research out of me.
No, what?
That's what we heard in the palace.
You don't need to know what the research was about. Just know there was some trouble around it. Obviously, Wakaba got dragged into that as well. Now, they ruled her death as suicide. But I've got my doubts.
Shojiro is
Doubts.
really
Could
on
she have
top
been
of
killed?
things.
Supposedly, there were people who wanted to take her research and use it for their own benefit. Don't get me wrong, though. I don't have a lick of evidence. That's why I haven't told Futaba any of this. I don't want to cause her any more
And
trouble.
Futaba knows, though.
It sounded like she had suspicions of her own based on what she said in the palace.
Still, there's one thing I regret. It was right before Wakaba died. She told me, I think I might die.
Oh, she knew.
I brushed it off, thinking it was just a joke. But if I had just taken her seriously,
That's awful.
that's another reason I took Futaba in. Redemption. She went through such horrible things. Those heartless adults just yelled at the poor girl. Hey, how do you heal emotional scars?
There's no good answer here. They'll heal on their own. I mean, that's time, space, shadow work, whatever you want to call it.
I'm waiting for it to happen, but... Futaba?
Gasp. There she is. She's got a fanny pack. Did she just steal his coffee?
It's cold.
Yoink.
Huh?
You can't sell this.
Never mind that, but... how did you get here?
My feet?
I walked.
You're okay?
Was that bad?
That's not it. I'm just shocked to see you out of the house.
I'm sorry I worried you.
It's all right.
He's crying. He's crying. He's also got his
By the
glasses off.
way, what's the date today?
It's the 21st.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Medjed?
Oh, that's it. Let's take care of it now. Come.
I like her shoes. Apparently some ATMs aren't working. I heard someone's tampering with the system. Is it Medjed? No, it couldn't be. What are the police doing? They're so incompetent. Even the Phantom Thieves couldn't stop them.
It's my turn to help out. Medjed. Now how do we cook them?
Eliminate them.
Violent much? Hey, Futaba. We don't have much time left. Are you sure you could do this? The kitty talked? Is this a dream? I'm going back to sleep.
No, 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 no.
It is not a dream. Get up. Say something.
He's a talking cat.
Right. Now hurry it up. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's get cracking. You're just tapping away over there. Are you sure this will work? Hey, Futaba!
Nope. I can't be completely sure that she doesn't
think she
have
can hear
like a
me.
hyper focus going on
Talk
here.
about intense concentration. This place is so messy. I'm surprised she could focus at all. Futaba, you should really clean your room a bit. Huh. She's not listening. Oh well. Just waiting around is boring. Let's clean the place up.
You mean me? I have to clean the place up. Because Morgana's just gonna sit back there and just watch me. Thanks, lazy bones.
Whew. It looks a little better now, don't you think?
She has a mini fridge in her bedroom.
Well, Futaba, we're done on our end. Are you
And
finished
a drawer
yet?
full of snacks.
She can't hear a word I'm saying. Guess we'll just have to keep waiting. I'm done! What's up? Something happened? It's finished.
What?
Finished? What is? It's so clean. Why? We cleaned it. Anyway, is it true? Did you really take care of Medjed?
I handled them, and someone else handled my room. I don't understand, but this is good.
Futaba?
Good night.
Hey, Futaba, what's wrong?
She's out.
She's sleeping. Well, it looks like it's been taken care of. I guess we should get home and sleep
Is that a
too.
surprised box in the background? Did anybody else see that? I heard the bank servers got taken over. That has to be fake, right? There's no way. I'm scared. What's going to happen? Are the police taking action? They're ignoring it? Seriously? Still, I'm sure the Phantom Thieves will do something. So Futaba's awake? Awesome! And has Medjed been taken care of? Or more importantly, how's Futaba doing? She's in her futon. Seriously? She must have been quite exhausted. I can't say I blame her at all. If Medjed's been affected, it will surely make the news. That should be enough to confirm whether or not the deed's been done. Then why don't we all watch the news together? Yes, we should meet up at LeBlanc as usual. See you guys tomorrow.
We should be in the clear now, right?
Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? We still have a little bit of time, so we're just gonna continue on with the story. I don't know, maybe it'll be better if we just stayed in today. Can I even go downstairs? Oh, I can. I was gonna check to see if the news said anything. Today is the day Medjed has said it will attack, and panic has spread throughout the city. Some citizens are trying to avoid going outdoors, and people have been in constant state of worry. Many corporations have been working around the clock without sleep to prepare for the attack. Nothing's changed yet. All we can do now is pray. I'm very confused about like why you wouldn't go outdoors. You wouldn't be... No, it can't be. It's nothing. What? Anyway, we're gonna watch a movie. So let's head upstairs. And I should just talk to Morgana first.
Okay.
All we can do now is wait and see what happens. There's no point in getting impatient now. Oh, well, that was... whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and watch a DVD, and we're gonna watch I See You, a heart-rending drama about working in the ER.
This man is a convicted criminal, yet you want to save him?
His guilt or innocence is for the courts to decide. My only concern is that he lives long enough to get there.
It's a story about the daily struggles of doctors working in an emergency ward. I like this guy. A person's life is valuable no matter what they've done. Well, that's deep.
Yep.
No matter the circumstances, those doctors never gave up. Maybe you learned a thing or two about kindness. Yes, we did. So we get 3 musical notes of kindness. Yay! Slowly working on the 5th level there.
Well then.
All right, well, let's go to bed, and we got some more story coming up, so that's basically gonna be it for this episode. It's just more story. Oh, not this. Hang on one second. What's this? Are you serious? No way, I can't believe it. This isn't a joke, is it? They lost? How could this happen? Hey, your friends are here. Hurry down.
What's
What up?
So you're finally up, huh? Don't slack off just because you're on summer vacation.
Yo, you look tired.
We've made ourselves at
I
home.
notice.
Late last night, it was discovered that someone has tampered with the hacker group Medjed's website. The site's main page now displays what is thought to be the mark belonging to the Phantom Thieves. More so, the personal information of a Japanese man, a possible Medjed member, was illegally publicized.
Aren't these the guys people have been up in arms about?
Medjed has yet to issue an official reply. Furthermore, their previously announced cleanse of Japan has remained unimplemented for now. Some speculate that they have taken this series of events seriously and ultimately canceled their plan.
Well, I guess we won? I'm not even sure.
What are you all smirking about?
Something great happened.
Well, stop it. You're gonna drive away all my customers.
After the commercial break, we will be asking guests from various fields about this turn of events.
But there ain't any customers.
Ryuji!
Can it? My customers are on summer vacation too.
Oh crap, I just realized our break's almost over.
There are still 10 days left.
I want to go somewhere, but we can't just leave Futaba-chan alone.
Some things still concern me too. Like that research.
Hey!
Oh, did you just get up?
Good morning.
It seems she's cautious of us.
Hey, why don't we go upstairs? If any customers come, she'll be even more afraid.
Why don't you go with them, Futaba? Have fun. It's about time my regulars show up anyway, so I don't want you guys loitering around my store.
The fact that there were no damages due to the hackers' actions is but an afterthought. The issue I want to make clear is the attitude of the police, and more importantly, the government.
Cheeto, huh?
What do you mean?
Are they doing their best to find an effective countermeasure against these phantom thieves? Is it not the government's duty to create a society where its citizens can live without worry? Unfortunately, the current cabinet is powerless. As such, they should be disbanded. I believe now is the time for me to risk my political career in hope of making a new reality. A new political system that goes beyond parties or factions. An ideal country of peace and order.
I don't trust this guy.
This politician seems quite promising.
I have to agree. I hope he can work to ease the anxieties of the elderly.
What do you think, boss?
Hmm? Oh, sorry. I wasn't listening.
If you've forgotten, this is all a flashback. We are not currently at the present.
So the Phantom Thieves only stole the heart of Futaba Sakura, and Medjed was in turn defeated by her real-world hacking abilities? This does correlate to the facts as we know them. If he's telling the truth, then Wakaba Ishiki didn't commit suicide. Did a third party target her life with the goal of destroying her research? Wakaba's death was 2 years ago. That also coincides with when the incident started occurring. Does this other metaverse user that Madarame and Kaneshiro mentioned really exist?
Uh-oh.
Earlier, I briefly mentioned about those psychotic breakdown incidents that have alarmed the public. All of a sudden, people will lose consciousness or become violent. A situation as incomprehensible as that can't be explained away as troubled social conditions. I suspect that these cases are all connected to a larger, man-made plot. The method involved always muddled the explication, but your story has virtually confirmed its viability. Although I wouldn't have expected a new criminal to come to light from your testimony. What did your group think of this other metaverse user?
Not so different from us.
So you were aware that what you were doing wasn't the pure justice you envisioned? Well, no matter how you thought of them, there can be no doubting your resolve. Are those incidents because of you or someone else? Either way, I will get to the bottom of this.
Oh, well, our bond with her is growing deeper, and we're now at rank 3 with her. So we're moving right along, aren't we?
All right. Now, let's move on to your next crime. Kunikazu Okumura. You should know who he is, considering what happened. Your testimony regarding this incident will be serious. I'm sure you understand why. Answer my next question carefully. What did you do to this Okumura?
Okay.
To think, the cognitive version of a person would transform into such a horrible monster and attack us. That means our enemies aren't limited to shadows.
I thought the other people were just victims, like the slaves at the castle or the walking ATMs.
Even though they seem to be alive, they're only part of the backdrop. The environment. In other words, the palace ruler determines the form and strength of their cognitions. I would have loved to ask Futaba's mother how far along she was with her research.
I don't think she would have known.
Research, huh? She was looking into that cognitive science stuff, yeah?
If we put together all the information we've gathered up to this point, abuse of cognitive science can lead to death, and it may even relate to the psychotic breakdown incidents. Considering the cognitive aspect, I sense a strong connection between it and the metaverse. On top of that, the research might have been stolen and used by someone else.
You mean those guys that showed Futaba-chan the fake suicide note?
If that is the case, those people are unforgivable.
Hey, Futaba, is there anything else you can remember? She is quite difficult.
That smell.
Come on, no fair.
Hey, can I snag a bite? Me.
What?
Why don't we take a short break? I've been thinking, even if Futaba is a genius, could she really crush an international hacker organization that
She clearly did.
The one who taunted the Phantom Thieves was a guy in Japan. I knew the Medjed members in Japan weren't anything special, so I wasn't worried.
How do you know that?
Because I'm the founder.
What?
What do you mean? Should we take that literally?
Yep, it was only me at first, back when I was referred to as the Hacker of Justice. But since I stayed anonymous, a bunch of guys from all over the world started using the name.
And those were the ones committing cybercrimes.
It was a hassle to expose all of them, so I just left them be.
So Futaba was the true Medjed, and we were freaking out over some weak-ass dipshits? You should have told us from the start, Futaba.
I discarded the Medjed name a while ago. I'm Alibaba now.
Futaba, what do you want to do now? Since you know our secret, we'd like you to join our team.
Okay.
Just like that?
This may even ensure our investigation of mementos goes along smoothly. Well, I guess.
Well, Futaba's real amazing. She's gonna be a big help for us, huh?
Say, Futaba, how did you find out about us?
Secret.
Where did you learn to hack?
Private.
When did you obtain the nav?
I refuse to answer.
Oh, Futaba!
Futaba-chan sure is unique. Still, it'll be a problem if she doesn't open up to us some more.
At the very least, we need to be able to communicate normally with her.
What should we do?
Let's get to know her.
How?
First, we'll need to help her open up to us. If we each spend an entire day with her, maybe she'll get more used to being around us.
I see. We do have the time, thanks to summer vacation.
Yeah, we're gonna be harassing Futaba.
We can begin tomorrow.
Let's go to the beach! There'll be tons of people there. Plus, we got totally dried out in that desert.
That's a great idea! I forgot I hadn't gone to the beach yet.
Excuse me?
I'll come by tomorrow. See you then.
Let me help as well. I don't have
Futaba's just like, wait, I didn't agree to this.
We can set a schedule with everyone else depending on when they're free.
Okay! Can I really do this?
Good luck.
Why me?
Cat.
Stress is the enemy of beauty, you know.
Oh, shut up, Akechi.
How can I stay calm about this?
I understand how you feel.
Thanks to the incident with those hackers, people are calling us incompetent. And on top of all that, the Phantom Thieves are claiming justice is on their side. Don't make me laugh.
Medjed was dealt with by either the Phantom Thieves themselves or some avid supporter. There are no tracks whatsoever, so they must be quite skilled. Either way, the general public recognizes the Phantom Thieves as the subjugating party.
They're gaining support and influence much faster than we could have anticipated.
It is indeed an abnormal situation. I'm beginning to suspect mass manipulation of some kind. It's even possible that a powerful person is behind them, plotting the psychotic breakdowns. If only I had realized sooner.
Oh, shut up, Akechi.
It's rare to hear you speak in that tone.
For the sake of my justice, I won't forgive them.
Akechi's got his own agenda. I don't know if it's been obvious throughout this entire thing, but he definitely has his own agenda, so... Hey, I heard some people talking about us on the train home. They were saying how awesome they think the Phantom Thieves are. I've heard things too. It's becoming a huge topic of conversation. To be fair, the casualties from a Medjed attack would have been massive. It's no surprising that they revere us for preventing it. Good to hear. Oh, yes, it's really all thanks to Alibaba. You were a great help. It was nothing. Oh, that reminds me. Remember that stuff about ATMs and banks just stopping? That wasn't Medjed, was it? Nope, that was totally separate. So people were overreacting to mere coincidence? Either that or these rumors were never true to begin with. You seem to be quite talkative in these conversations. Is that so? I'll shut up then. I don't think I get it, but I'm pretty sure she's angry. I love just the faces she's making. You gotta apologize, Yusuke. Me? Why? What is that face?
Hey, is this really going to be okay? I'm worried about how things will be from now on.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I can't voice over her faces. Training Futaba is going to be a lot of work, more than stealing someone's heart. Now that's my Phantom Thieves. I knew they'd pull it off. This definitely proves the justice of the Phantom Thieves. You may be right. Right? It feels great. Even the guys who had been criticizing the Phantom Thieves basically have to accept them now. The news has been spreading like wildfire too. I'll give it an extra boost on my site as well. I bet the approval rating will be through the roof tomorrow. Look forward to it.
Why is he, of all people, getting excited about this? Well, the news really did draw a lot of attention. I can't wait to see what happens.
Well, enjoy it before everything falls through, because we're going to be stopping this episode today. We have days upon days of story starting next time, so I will see you guys then as we rid Futaba of her unease. See you then.